Day po sa lahat at Happy Easter sa inyong lahat. At pa-shout out lang po lahat sa aking mga classmates, si Ma'am Ban, Ma'am Janica, Sister Sofia, Sister Michelle at ay Father Eugene. Happy Easter po at pasensya na po, naging recording itong report ko kasi ngayong Sabado mayroon kaming Divine Mercy Congress dito sa aming parish, no? So dito naman sa aming Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro yung Divine Mercy Shrine, yung pinakataas na Divine Mercy Shrine, kaya busy ang aming Archdiocese sa basta Divine Mercy Sunday. But anyways, so in preparation din sa fiesta, so advance happy fiesta ng Divine Mercy at saka condolence po nating lahat sa nangyari ng ating Santo Papa Pope Francis. uh, naway gabayan tayo sa tulong niya at panalangin tayong lahat na tayo ay maging katulad niya na humble na nagsaserve sa Panginoon. So, my topic for this report is, it is about the letter to the bishops on the pastoral care of homosexual persons. So, pasensya na po kasi nasira yung laptop ko. Ito lang po ang visual aid na gagamitin ko. So, ito ang letter nito, it was issued by the Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. A Doctrine of the Faith, it was happened in 1986 by the late Saint Pope John Paul II. So the letter is talk about to provide guidance on how the church should guide or approach homosexual individuals through pastoral care. So instead to judge them, to reject them, so since the work of the church is to guide every people, not only male and female, but as a person, as a son of God and redeemed by Jesus on the cross. So, what is the approach of the church regarding this kind of person? Kasi minsan binubuli ito sila, no? They are not a part of our community. But as the church, as one of the shepherd or our shepherd, so naglabas sila ng letter in order to give us direction or to give us a clear, or what I mean is to give us encouragement how to deal with this person. So ito po, no, through pastoral care. So the center of this is all of us has a human dignity. So, since we are in the image and likeness of God, we are, kahit anong pang race natin, kahit anong pang kulay natin at languages, if tayo ay isang tao, truly, we are the image and likeness of God. However, sino tayo? So, ang Diyos na nahalahan sa atin. So, homosexual person must be treated with respect, compassion, and sensitivity, recognizing them as children of God. So let us remember that all of us redeemed by Jesus on the cross, walang exempted yun, no? So lahat tayo, so lahat ng mga tao, including this homosexual person. So itong sin and sexual orientation, it's talk about the document differentiates between homosexual orientation who is not sinful and homosexual acts. So dito, pinaliwanag yung homosexual orientation, which is ito ay kanya lang way of life, no? Meron naman tayo na mga kilala na mga tinasabi na homosexual person but they are live in chastity, no? But ang simbahan nag-remind sa mga taong ganito na upang hindi sila magkasala is to live the life of chastity. Homosexual individuals are called to live chastely, just as all people are called to live according to the church moral teachings. So since hindi naman nila ginusto na ganyan, or they are unique creation of God, So in order na hindi magigiba yung natural law na binigay ng Diyos sa atin to procreate, so anong kailangan? Kailangan natin na what? To live the life of chastity, especially for those person who have same-sex attraction. So ano naman ang rule ng simbahan? To reject or to accept? So ito ang tinatawag na pastoral care. So ang trabaho ng simbahan is to guide this flock, these people. So providing support and spiritual guidance while helping homosexual persons live accordance with the church teachings. Kaya instead of, lalo na tayong tao simbahan, instead to reject them, anong kailangan? Accept them and guide them according to the principles and teachings of the church through what? To remind them about to live chaste life. So kaya may mga grupo sa simbahan or may mga committee sa simbahan na nag-care dito, nagbigay ng guidance para para mamuhay according sa ano ang utos ng simbahan at ayon sa Biblia. So, meron akong na-research na meron palang grupo sa simbahang Katolika na tinatawag na Courage International. So, dahil sa mga needs sa ibang nations, meron na tayong tinatawag na Courage Philippines kasi meron silang mga chapter every country. So, this is a group was founded in 1980 by the late Terence Cardinal Cook. It is the Archbishop of New York before and Father John E. Harvey with the endorsement of the Holy See in 1994. So ito paling Courage International, isa ito palang pontifical group, no? Isa pontifical lay society na nagbigay ng pastoral care for those who are homosexuals persons. And according to that, it's 95 chapters worldwide. And Philippine chapter born in 1995 through the late Cardinal Jaime Sin. So ano pala ang vision ng Courage Philippines or Courage International? It is a community of persons with same-sex concerns empowered in facing their condition, accepted and respected by society. So ito po, ang layunin ng Courage Philippines is mamuhay sila na banal, na hindi sila magkasala. And then they are, in order na magpatuloy sila sa chaste life, ano ang kailangan? They are guided by this group, mayroon pang pari, to guide them, no? Na mamuhay sila ng banal. So, the letter also talks about avoiding discrimination. So, instead to reject them, so accept them as sons and daughters of God. So, the church condemns unjust discriminations against homosexual persons, advocating for respect and fair treatment in society. Ito yung natawag na gender equality. So despite of that, sa kanilang buhay, so still we respect. That's why based as active in the parish church, no, as ako isang aktibong member ng lay liturgical ministers, meron din akong mga kasamahan na mga tinatawag na mga homosexual persons, but they are living in chaste life, no? Mga mababait naman sila. At ang napakaganda nito, no, mga classmates, Father Eugene, no? So pag sila talaga, lalo na last Easter Sunday, ang ganda-ganda ng karaw namin, ang altar namin dahil sa bulaklak, no? Sila ang nag-arrange talaga, no? So nakita ko din nga mayroon din silang mga talent. That's why as my report is going on, na-reflect ko na they are a unique creation of God, no? So, number 8, itong letter, let's talk about the natural law. Ano pa ang natural law? Homosexual acts are considered sinful because they do not conform to the church teachings on natural law and human sexuality. So, ito ding homosexual acts, bakit ito'y kasalanan, no? Ang same-sex attraction pala, hindi ito kasalanan, no? Hindi ito kasalanan. Kailan ito naging kasalanan? When the person engaged to the same-sex relationship, which contradicts sa tinatawag na natural law of order. So, alam naman natin na man and woman united to the marriage in order to procreate, no? Maging go to the world and multiply. But paano ang lalaki, babae to procreate kung sila lang naging union, no? So upang hindi makasala, no, hindi maka-violate ng natural law, so dapat yun lalaki at saka babae. So yan pala ang layunin ng simbahan. Pero bago itong letter naman to, it is already grounded in the Old Testament, no? So pinagpabawal talaga yung homosexual act. Malaking kasalanan yan, mortal sin, no? Yan, no? So next is to live according to moral virtue. Encouraged to live and strive for self-control, emphasizing that God's grace and sacramental life of the church can help them in accordance with Christian teachings or what? Spiritual direction. Kaya, for those who are people on this, so they're encouraged to what? To live according to moral virtue. Kasi ang simbahan hindi nagkamali kailanman in faith and morals. Kaya importante ito na mamuhay din sa kabanalan na hindi na magkakasala. Next is the role of the church. Why the church is nandyan to have a mission about this kind of person? Because the role of the church is to guide us, to guide these people, to educate and help homosexual persons live in the fullness of the Christian faith while offering pastoral care and counseling. So kaya instead to condemn them, so the church is already to guide them to live according what the Bible says and what the church says about this moral virtue. So may nabasa po ako na quote, no, from Pope Francis. It was October 2020 pala ito, no. Nakita ko sa Facebook na sabi niya, homosexual people have a right to be in a family. They are children of God and have a right to a family. Nobody should be thrown out or be made miserable over it. So ito po ang ni Pope Francis, no? Advocacy na tanan, lahat tayo, no, ay equal in the eyes of God. Kaya yung puso niya ay talagang may respect sa isa't isa, no? Sa may mahal tayo ng Diyos, no? Dito ko nakita na hindi tayong lahat ay iniibig talaga ng Diyos. But we are challenged to live also the life of holiness according what the church says and what the Bible says, especially what is the natural is all about. Next is we talk about the fiducia supplicans, no? Fiducia supplicans. This is from the Dicastery of the Doctrine of the Faith in 2023. It is the declaration of fiducia supplicans on the pastoral meaning of blessings, no? So ito ay may pagka-letter G, no? Focus ito sa letter G, no, regarding itong pag-blessing sa mga tinatawag na irregular marriages or yung homosexual couples and so on. So itong fiducia supplicans is talk about the blessings, the trust, and the pastoral care. So when we say fiducia means trust. It's about having full confidence in God's love and providence, especially when facing difficulties. Supplicating or trust. So blessing is a sign of God's presence. God is with us in our daily encounter. So remember that sa ating pamumuhay, ang Diyos ay talagang tayo ay pinagpala, no? Pinagpala talaga tayo, no? Sa ating buhay, no? Kahit sa ating mga problema, tayo ay pinagpala. So, yung fiducia or trust is talk about in God's providence. So remember, so the first blessing ang ating na-encounter, hindi lang po sa letter G or dyan sa ating mga nakasanayan sa simbahan, kundi it is came from the grace of God itself. The root of this is about our life. Yung buhay natin mismo ay isang blessing. So the context of blessing, God is ongoing to care for us. A blessing is an invitation to trust that God is with us, guiding and providing us for in everyday circumstances. So, hindi tayo talaga iiwan ng Diyos. Tayo ay talagang pinagpala, no? At saka ipa-bless niya, binibless niya, no? Blessing strengthen the faith of the community. So, ito po ay nagbigay ng kaligon or yung tinatawag na strength or lakas sa atin. And blessing encourage us to have sense of hope. So, tayo ay nag-celebrate ng Jubilee of Hope. So, ito ay isang blessing sa ating simbahan. And blessing as pastoral tools. Blessing help us individual and communities grow in the relationship with God, bring peace, encouragement, healing. And it's talk about also a call for conversion or enlightenment. So ito palang fiducia supplicans is not about to change what the letter G in the church or what is the rubrics or what is the context of the church in terms of letter G. Pasensya na po, Father, ha? No? So, hindi ako expert sa letter G, but in my reflection, alam ko naman hindi yan talaga ma-change, no? Hindi yan mababalik kailanman kung ano ang nasa sa ritual or nandyan sa ritual of the church, no? But the fiducia supplicans talks about the call for conversion, enlightenment for those who are people na mga homosexual, mga live-in. So, ang purpose pala is to enlighten them. The church will pray for them to the prayers of the church by the priests and the bishops in order to enlighten them. So, ang blessing pala, hindi lang limited na blessing lang tayo sa couple, kundi it is about to give blessing for those who are for these people in order to give enlightenment or inspiration to follow the will of God, no? Mayroon akong kaibigan na yung lumabas itong fiducia supplicans, sabi niya, bakit hindi daw ipi-bless yung mga tao na ganyan? Nagbe-bless nga tayo ng aso, no? Yung mga animals, pag fiesta ni St. Francis of Assisi, siya mga tao pa pala nga sila ay may human dignity, sila ay image and likeness of God. So, yan, no? The dicastery for the doctrine of faith clarifies that fiducia supplicans did not change the doctrine on marriage, that bishops are able to discern the application of the documents according to the context, and that pastoral blessing are not comparable to liturgical and ritualized blessing. So itong fiducia supplicans, it's talk about the blessing of God for these people na sana ma-enlighten sila sa awa ng Diyos, ma-realize nila to live what the church says, instead to condemn them, instead to reject them. So that's why itong fiducia supplicans nagiging open-minded ito sa lahat ng mga pari. Although at sa natin, no, alam naman natin minsan naging traditionalist tayo, no, but if we open our minds and hearts, lalo na ni Pope Francis, a very synodal father, no? So dito natin makita na embracing talaga ang simbahan, kahit makasalanan o yung mga tao na namuhay na ganyan, the church called them to go before the Lord because ang awa ng Diyos ay umaapaw no, umaapaw. And someday, by the prayers of the church, no, na ma-realize nila na to live according what the Bible says and what the church teachings is all about regarding about the sanctity of marriage, no. So ito po ang ang meaning ng fiducia supplicans. So in general, as reflection sa aking pagmuni-muni, itong topic na ito, it's talk about makatao, no? Makatao. Thank you po sa ating mga Santo Papa, lalo na po ni Pope Francis. Ito po ay makatao. So, at ikalawa, sa aking reflection is the church is a pastor and a father na parang prodigal son ba, na instead to reject the youngest son, no? So embracing po yung approach ng simbahan regarding this kind of people. And I hope and pray, so sa tulong ng Mahal na Birhen, na yung susunod na Santo Papa po, no, alam ko naman na nandito pa tayo sa morning, no, pero I hope and pray na sana ito ay mas maliwanagan ang anong nasimulan ni Pope Francis ng simbahan upang maging open-minded, maging embracing instead of closed-minded tayo, naging embracing tayo, lalo na po itong mga tao na ito. So importante talaga, no, na yung tinatawag na human dignity. Kahit sino pa tayo, ang Diyos ay nananahan sa atin. Thank you po sa lahat, Father, no? Advance happy fiesta ng Divine Mercy. So if you have time, mga classmates, Father, so you can visit us here in our Diocesan Shrine of the Divine Mercy in El Salvador City, Misamis Oriental. God bless po. Happy Easter.